Hey, 49ers fans. We are back with another deep dive into all the latest news swirling around our San Francisco 49ers. There's a lot to unpack today, and it feels like every week brings something new that could change the dynamics of this team. From the front office moves to roster shakeups, to player incentives that might just push some of our stars to even greater heights. It's all happening, and it's shaping the future of the Niners in ways that could impact this season and the seasons to come. Let's start with some roster news that has already caught the attention of fans everywhere. The Niners have added a veteran presence at defensive end by bringing in a four-time Pro Bowler. Now, at first glance, it might not seem like a headline-grabbing move because his recent seasons haven't been flashy. In fact, this season he hasn't recorded any sacks, but the bigger picture is about experience, depth, and what he can bring to a defensive line that has shown vulnerabilities against the run. In recent games, opposing teams have consistently been able to run the ball with ease against San Francisco, and adding a player like this gives the coaching staff more tools to set the edge, create pressure, and stabilize the line when it matters most. While he's not the dominant sack artist of his prime, the value here lies in rotational depth and leadership, something that can be crucial during the grueling final stretch of the season. The Niners have certainly faced challenges with injuries and roster gaps at key positions, and bringing in someone with a proven track record, someone who knows the game inside and out, can make a meaningful difference in tight matchups and goal line stands. Moving from the defensive line to the quarterback room, there's some intriguing chatter that could have ripple effects. The Miami Dolphins made some significant changes with their quarterback situation recently, benching their starter in favor of a younger player with potential. While Tua Tagovailoa's days in Miami might be numbered, that situation could become relevant to San Francisco. If the Niners were to trade Mac Jones, for instance, the ripple effect could put a player like Tua on their radar as a potential backup or reclamation project under Kyle Shanahan. The idea isn't that he's the answer at starter, but the combination of experience, familiarity with certain offensive schemes, and the possibility of revitalizing his career in a new environment makes it an interesting scenario. Shanahan has a track record of maximizing quarterbacks, taking players who may have struggled elsewhere and turning them into productive contributors. That kind of development could be invaluable, especially if the Niners are looking to balance their roster with a reliable backup while still developing young talent in the practice squad and through training opportunities. Speaking of the practice squad, San Francisco has also made moves to reinforce this part of the roster. Adrian Martinez has been added, bringing in experience and versatility. Martinez had previously backed up Mac Jones while Brock Purdy was injured, and having a player like him available for scout team duties and development roles adds another layer of preparation for upcoming opponents. The schedule ahead includes a mix of mobile and pocket pass quarterbacks, and having someone who can simulate those styles in practice is key to game planning. Alongside Martinez, the Niners have worked out two offensive linemen, one a guard and the other a tackle, evaluating talent to ensure the team is ready for any gaps that may arise. Offensive line depth has been a focus because it directly impacts both the running game and quarterback protection. The league is unforgiving when it comes to injuries or underperformance at those positions, so staying proactive with workouts and evaluations is part of what keeps the team competitive week in and week out. While roster moves and positional adjustments are critical, there's also another layer to this team that often goes unnoticed but can make a tangible impact: player incentives. Wide receivers Kendrick Bourne and Jawan Jennings are both closing in on performance-based bonuses that could add significant earnings to their seasons. For Jennings, in particular, these incentives reflect a culmination of consistent production, resilience through injuries, and contribution to the team's overall success. He has already surpassed several key thresholds, including touchdown counts, and continues to push toward additional milestones like receptions and yardage. The structure of these incentives can motivate players to perform at the highest level, especially as playoff contention looms and every game becomes a showcase of skill and opportunity. It's one of those behind-the-scenes aspects of the NFL that fans might not always notice, but for the players, hitting these markers could be a huge boost, both financially and in terms of confidence. Beyond individual performances and incentives, the Niners' overall strategy continues to revolve around balancing veteran leadership with young talent, ensuring depth across all positions, and making calculated moves to reinforce areas of weakness. Defensive end depth, backup quarterback potential, practice squad development, and offensive line evaluation all intertwine to create a framework that is adaptable and resilient. This is a team that, despite challenges, continues to look ahead and make moves that align with long-term goals while addressing immediate needs. Each decision, whether it's signing a free agent, evaluating practice squad players, or tracking incentive progress for key contributors, fits into a broader strategy that is both reactive to current circumstances and proactive in shaping the future trajectory of the franchise. The importance of these moves becomes even clearer when you consider the upcoming games and the NFC West landscape. The Niners are navigating a division filled with competitive teams, each capable of shifting the balance of power with just one or two standout performances. Every roster addition, practice squad evaluation, and incentive milestone plays into the larger narrative of positioning the team for playoff success. The coaching staff is methodical in their approach, analyzing opponents, preparing game plans, and optimizing the roster so that when game day arrives, the Niners can compete at the highest level. It's a delicate balance, requiring both tactical awareness and an understanding of player psychology, and these recent moves indicate a front office and coaching staff that are acutely aware of these nuances. The infusion of experience at defensive end, coupled with strategic quarterback considerations and careful practice squad management, represents a multi-layered approach to roster construction. It's not just about finding players who can perform in isolation. It's about building a cohesive unit that can withstand the physical and mental demands of the NFL season. The Niners are leveraging every tool available, from evaluating veterans who can provide mentorship to nurturing young players who could be future starters, creating an environment where performance is maximized and potential is nurtured. These calculated adjustments, small on the surface but significant in impact, demonstrate a team that is continuously evolving and positioning itself to be a contender not just this season, but for years to come. At the same time, monitoring other team situations, like the Dolphins' quarterback shuffle, provides strategic opportunities that could influence San Francisco's decisions. Trading, claiming waivers, or integrating players who are familiar with specific offensive systems can be advantageous. For instance, a player with starting experience elsewhere, even if not recently dominant, can bring knowledge, preparation skills, and versatility that elevate the team's performance in critical moments. This kind of foresight, combined with the incremental improvements being made on the roster, creates a competitive edge that is subtle yet impactful. Every snap, every practice, and every move behind the scenes feeds into the ultimate goal: a Niners team capable of executing under pressure and thriving against the toughest competition. Continuing with the latest from the Niners, let's talk more about depth and the evolving dynamics in the offensive unit. Jauan Jennings has been an absolute revelation this season, especially considering the obstacles he's overcome with injuries and inconsistent play earlier in the year. His performance has picked up tremendously since Brock Purdy returned to the field, and it's clear that he's hitting his stride at exactly the right time. The beauty of these incentive milestones isn't just the money. It's the acknowledgement that a player is executing at a high level when the team needs him most. Each catch, each yard gained, and each touchdown isn't just padding statistics. It's a signal to the rest of the league that Jennings is a reliable weapon, someone defenses need to game plan against, and someone who can step up in crucial moments. Kinder Bourne is in a similar situation, just one receiving yard away from another big bonus. These kinds of near milestones create a layer of excitement in the locker room because players are chasing tangible rewards for their contributions, while the fans get to see real, meaningful plays that change the outcome of games. It's the kind of scenario that benefits everyone involved: the organization, the players, and ultimately, the fans in Levi's Stadium and beyond. Shifting to the offensive line, the workouts with SUA, Opa, and Aiden Williams indicate a forward-looking strategy that prioritizes both immediate reinforcement and long-term development. The guard and tackle positions have historically been pivotal for the Niners, particularly when it comes to executing Kyle Shanahan's nuanced running game. Having multiple options available allows the coaching staff to adjust on the fly, ensuring that Brock Purdy has protection while opening lanes for the running backs. Depth in the trenches is not glamorous, but it's the backbone of a successful NFL team. Injuries happen, matchups shift, and being proactive with workouts and roster evaluations gives San Francisco a competitive edge. When you combine these personnel evaluations with strategic additions at other positions, you can start to see a full picture of how the front office and coaching staff are methodically preparing the team for the remaining games and potential playoff scenarios. Every practice, every film session, and every player added to the squad has a purpose, whether it's to simulate opponents, provide competition, or strengthen a weak spot on the field. Defensively, the addition of Matthew Judon is particularly interesting. While he's no longer at the peak of his career, his experience and versatility could provide exactly the kind of support the Niners need in rotation. In games where stopping the run has been a struggle, having Judon on the roster adds both size and expertise at defensive end, something the team has been missing with injuries and inconsistent performances. The fact that he has the ability to contribute occasionally in pass rushing situations is an added bonus, but the real value is in situational versatility and leadership. Younger players can learn from someone with a proven track record, while the team as a whole gains a safety net in high-leverage situations. Judon's career has been marked by consistency, professionalism, and periods of dominance, particularly during his time with Baltimore and New England. Even though recent numbers haven't been impressive, his knowledge of the game and ability to execute key assignments make him a strategic asset for the remaining games. It's a reminder that not every move is about immediate statistical impact. Some moves are about strengthening the team framework and preparing for high-pressure moments where experience can make the difference between a win and a loss. The quarterback room continues to be a focal point for speculation and potential opportunity. With Brock Purdy healthy and Mac Jones as the primary backup, the Niners are exploring additional options to create flexibility. Adrian Martinez's addition to the practice squad adds depth and ensures that scout team reps accurately replicate opposing styles, particularly mobile quarterbacks. The schedule ahead features a mix of athletic signal callers, meaning preparation against dual-threat quarterbacks is crucial. By having Martinez available, the Niners can simulate various offensive looks, helping the starters prepare for a wide range of scenarios. At the same time, keeping an eye on external quarterback situations like the turmoil in Miami could present an opportunity for San Francisco to acquire talent that might be undervalued elsewhere. The combination of strategic acquisitions, practice squad depth, and careful monitoring of the league creates a safety net while simultaneously exploring potential upside. Kyle Shanahan's history of developing quarterbacks makes this approach all the more compelling, as it shows a willingness to blend immediate need with long-term developmental goals. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Shockwaves are reportedly rippling through the NFL as rumors swirl around the San Francisco 49ers locker room. According to sources close to the team, star defensive end Nick Bosa has allegedly issued an ultimatum. If a certain high-profile player joins the 49ers, Bosa himself will consider leaving the franchise. The cryptic nature of his statement, "If he comes to the 49ers, I'm out," has left fans and analysts scrambling to decipher exactly who Bosa might be referring to and what this could mean for the future of the team. Bosa, widely regarded as one of the league's premier pass rushers, has been the cornerstone of the 49ers defense for several seasons. His impact on the field is undeniable, and his leadership in the locker room has been equally significant. Yet, the mere suggestion that he could walk away over a potential acquisition has sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Analysts are debating whether this is a reaction to a rival player rumored to be on San Francisco's radar, or if it's a strategic move aimed at influencing management decisions behind the scenes. The 49ers front office has remained tight-lipped, declining to comment publicly on the alleged ultimatum. However, insiders suggest that this kind of drama is not entirely unexpected. BOSA is known for his competitive spirit and his desire to maintain a cohesive, winning environment. If he feels that adding a certain player could disrupt that balance, it is conceivable that he would voice strong opposition. Fans are now left to speculate wildly. Is this about a quarterback with a controversial reputation, a star offensive weapon, or another defensive star whose presence could shift the locker room dynamic? Social media has exploded with theories. Some suggest BOSA's statement is purely a negotiating tactic, a way to leverage contract discussions or off-season planning. Others fear it could signal a real fracture in the team's chemistry if the rumored acquisition moves forward. Whatever the truth, one thing is clear. The NFL landscape is watching closely, and the 49ers could find themselves at the center of one of the most dramatic off-field storylines of the season. If BOSA truly follows through on his ultimatum, the ramifications would be enormous. Losing a player of his caliber would impact not only the defensive line, but also the morale and identity of the entire squad. For now, the 49ers faithful can only wait and speculate, hoping that the rumor remains just that, a rumor, and that one of the league's most dominant defenders remains in the red and gold. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.